Hi there, welcome back to the channel. In this video we will be exploring Blobmesh, specifically this time as it acting as a liquid with a higher viscosity, like oil. So first we're going to change the radius size to 40. And position the sphere on the plane and center it. Next we're going to add some forces. We're going to add some gravity in the top view. Some wind. And we're going to copy that. We're going to hold down Shift and then drag and then click copy. OK. Then we're going to add a deflector this time and a U deflector. And we're going to go and put that in the top view. And then move those all so they're nice and close together. Next we're going to go in and modify the gravity. We're going to make the strength 0.1 and then the wind, I'm going to put that strength to 0, but we're going to turn the turbulence up. Frequency quite low, 0.03, and scale it to. For this wind, again going to have the strength at 0, turbulence at 1, frequency at 0.02, and scale at 1. And then lastly, the U deflector, we're going to pick the object, which is our sphere, and then we're going to get rid of the bounce. Next we're going to go into Particle Systems, PF Source and Particle View window. We're going to add an empty flow. Make the viewport 100%. And the icon type a circle, so that when it drops out, it's dropping out over a circle. Make the diameter a bit smaller than the diameter of the sphere, so 25. We're then going to go in and select that PF source and raise it above the sphere, about 150. Yep. We're going to open up our particle view and add some more particles. We're going to get a berth. Drag that onto our window. Connect the two. Click on berth and we'll stop emitting after 5. We're going to go get a position icon, drag that in, select it, We're not going to change anything on there. I'm going to get a shape operator, drag that one in. But first we're going to change the geometry from ticks to geometry. Then we're going to put in our shape operator. Change it to a 20 side sphere and the size to 2. You can see there our particles starting to be birthed, and then after 3 that's when they start to appear. We're going to click scale and we're going to make the variation 30%. We're going to add our forces. And then by list, gravity for the first one. And then we can see them plopping down through the sphere, but not stopping on it. I think I want to increase the amount that are plopping down, so we're going to put influence 2000. This time we're going to add that collision, so when the particles fall down, they actually land and collide with the sphere. So we're going to add deflectors by list. I'm going to select that U deflector, which is that sphere. And then we can see there that they're landing on that sphere and rolling off. We're going to add another force, but separately this time, and join collision to that one. Select on force, add by list, and we want to select those winds this time. And then we can see that when they hit that sphere, they bounce off it. We're going to change the display from ticks to geometry once again. This time we're going to add a lock bond operator. I'm going to drag that into our window with the force. I'm going to click on it, add by list, and then select that sphere. I'm going to put some friction on that one, make it about 70%. Let's see what happens. Yep, it's just sticking to that surface there. Because we want the viscosity to be a bit higher this time and act like oil, we want the friction to be up and the force to be a bit lower so it actually spreads. We're going to add a spawn just underneath that lock bond, and the step size 1.5 to 1 offspring. Scrolling down. We're going to change the inherited to 5, divergence to 5, scale factor to 80, and the variation to about 20. So that when it hits that sphere, it's spreading out, and we're creating tails for those particles. I'm going to hold down Shift and copy that lock bond. We're going to copy it as an instance. Next, we're going to go ahead and join our spawn to our new lock bond. And then we can really see those tails this time. I'm going to change those ticks to geometry. And then sliding along those frames, we can see when we drop the particles that they're sliding on that sphere with a bit more viscosity this time. We're going to hide our render by clicking the icon, minimizing the particle view. And next we're going to get into our Blobmesh. Compound objects, Blobmesh. So we're going to go in to modify, scroll down, hit large data operation. Select that one. Scroll down, select pick, add, and then PF engineered. Select PF source within that, and then OK. And then when we move, we can see the blob mesh in a more viscous, higher viscous liquid like oil dripping down. So then this is a little render that we've put together. And there we go. Blob mesh with a high viscosity like oil.